reflection of how I look.
And it's quite remarkable.
Are people saying to you a lot, Topher, that, 70s show, now 80s?
People say, first the 70s, and now the 80s. Is the next thing going to take place in the 90s?
Yeah,
and I go,
exact question.
And then how would you answer that if you were me?
I would say you're, I don't know.
Okay. I would say, sure, I'll do something in the 90s. I mean,
maybe you could
really think it through that much, yeah. I mean, I also did something in the 50s once.
Remember when they were like, are you interested in doing any movies that take place now? You're like, yeah, pretty much
I've done
all
all the other things I've done
movies.
have taken place present. But like, I was with Dimitri Martin, who plays the guy in the wheelchair in the film. It was hilarious. He's like a great comedian. And we were doing press, and he got so sick of the question. He was like, yes, Topher can't escape time. Everything he does takes place in a decade. That is true.
Well, it is like a great night out watching this movie. You say, John Hughes movies, and those are the movies I grew up in, and that's what it reminded me of so much.
Oh, thank you.
So much happens in one night.
Well, we wanted to do one of those great one-night movies, like, remember Dazed and Confused?
Totally.
It was made in the 90s, about the 70s. American Graffiti was made in the 70s, about the 50s. Like, no one had done that for our generation. And when I thought about it, that would take us back to that kind of time, which are the movies that I grew up on. Yeah, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Breakfast Club and Say Anything. So.
Favorite John Hughes movies?
I would have to say, it's probably the most popular one, The Breakfast Club. I was born in 1986, and so I didn't get to do too much at that time period.
But she had detention a lot as a kid, right?
Yes.
So you could relate to that.
Yeah, I actually did. So I was kind of the naughty kid in school. But I love that movie. I think it has so many different wonderful elements to make it such a special film. And I know we tried to capture that in our movie.
And so, Teresa, you don't have an Australian accent in the film.
No, I do not. I had to work with a dialect coach to transform myself into an American girl.
Can you speak like an American girl just to show us how you turn it on and off?
Sure. What would you like me to say?
It's pretty impressive. I'm impressed by that.
Oh, golly.
So what was your favorite movie, Topher, like growing up, an 80s movie?
I would say, I really like 16 Candles because it's got a little bit of everything. That's what, I love that today, like, there are movies that are all raunch, and you go and see it, or they're all romantic. But I missed movies like 16 Candles that have, like, everything. They're like all four food groups are in the film, and we tried to. There was dramatic parts of the film. And
there were
really great, party scenes and raunchy, hilarious scenes. So we wanted to do a film that had everything.
I love that Anna Faris gets to show her comedic side, but also her dramatic side in this film.
Well, yeah, because normally she's sort of a bombshell in movies.
Yeah.
And in this movie, she's kind of a regular, everyday girl.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah. Well, she
really
got to be twins.
Yeah.
She's my twin.
Which is kind of funny. In the movie, she plays your twin, and you kind of do look alike.
All right. Well, that's a total egotistical thing because I'm a producer on it, and I cast her. And it's kind of a weird thing to be like, this person's my equal because she's, better looking and funnier and cooler. But she bumped up my gene pool.
So, Topher Grace, you're listed as an executive producer.
That's right.
And a regular producer.
No, I'm an executive producer, and I have a story by credit. My producing partner. So we kind of came up with the idea for this kind of like new kind of Dazed and Confused or American Graffiti type thing. We thought, that could be in the 80s. And then we made a mix, like an ultimate 80s mix. And we cut out all the like Rock Me Amadeus and
all the cheesy 80s songs. And they're gone. They got the cut.
What's wrong with Rock Me Amadeus, though?
Well, clearly it's one of the best songs of our time.
Of all time.
Ever written, yeah. But we wanted to make it the same way we didn't want to have those jokes that are in spoof 80s movies. We don't want to have those lame songs. We want to have like, badass songs like what do we have in there? Betty Davis Eyes, Straight Outta Compton.
So many good songs in the movie.
Yeah, the soundtrack is incredible.
It's killer. Okay, so we're going to go online now and finish this interview at Dave.fm in the studio with Tez Palmer, Teresa Palmer, and Topher Grace. Hit up Dave.fm. You can see it all live now. Take Me Home Tonight opens in theaters on March 4th.
They've been the subject of legends and fairy tales for centuries, but do they really exist? Come explore Fernbank's new special exhibition, Mythic Creatures, Dragons, Unicorns, and Mermaids, and find out for yourself. For more information, visit fernbankmuseum.org.
Hey, it's Mira Davis, and when I need tires, I go directly to Butler Tire. Why? Because of their amazing personalized service, and I know I can get everything I need in one stop. Plus, Butler Tire's got the complete line of Michelin tires for
shine. Georgia Air Contractors offers rebates up to $6,200 for home energy improvements. Call Georgia Air Contractors at 770-498-6000. That's the web at gaci.biz.
I can't stand doing the same boring workout.
I can't.
So high tech.
How do we turn it off?
I know, it's just like, we can't. What's going on?
All right, are we hearing it?
Yep.
Hello out there inside the world.
I can just move the camera. Is that right? Is the camera good? No? I don't think so.
This is refreshing.
Okay, okay. That was refreshing.
Cool.
Great.
Part 2.
Cool. Yes. Let's do
All right,
it.
I'm rolling.
Part 2. Now, I noticed I don't know.
I gotta start off with a question. Who is Dave?
Okay.
Where is Dave?
Dave, when they named the station Dave FM, they wanted to make it as like your friend, as someone you would take with you wherever you go.
Where is he?
My friends, Dave.
Well, a lot of people make fun of it, like, did Dave Matthews name your station? Because he plays so much Dave Matthews.
Right.
I love that voice.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm sure they sound exactly like that.
They do. They usually.
So wait, where is Dave? Though? Is it like a person?
It is not a person.
No.
Wait, Dave's dead?
Dave died.
Dave's dead?
Oh my God.
Oh no, Dave. Oh God. We came all this way.
Yeah, just to meet Dave. David
Why
was
wouldn't you
gone.
tell us before we went on the air? Dave's
Dave
dead.
cocked it.
No, Dave!
Well, there was a time in radio where they were naming stations Jack and Bob.
Oh yeah, Jack
and
FM.
that's right.
Yeah.
So I think it was sort of a trendy thing to do at the time, and it just kind of stuck.
I like it.
And we do play a lot of Dave Matthews.
Oh,
And
well, there's your
Florence
silver
the
lining.
Machine, I saw
Yes,
that. I'm a huge fan of Florence.
Are you really?
Yeah, Hurricane Drunk is my favorite.
Oh well, she's coming in concert soon. You'll have to.
I know. I gotta go. I've already been once.
So Tess, let me start with you. You know, I keep hearing that Australian accent. Are you bummed that you weren't on the Oprah Australian?
I know what's going on. I wasn't included in that. No, I actually watched that. In fact, my mum would call me every day and give me updates on what Oprah was up to down under. She's a huge fan. But yeah, I mean, she like definitely was quite a stir down there. She's on the front page of our paper every single day.
It's a riot.
It's really intense.
It's a riot. And Topher, so the movie Take Me Home Tonight is I can't remember if the actual song is in the movie.
We didn't put it in the movie.
Why?
Because you were about to hear it so many times on ads for the next month. I apologize. But that, you know, it's not about the song. It's really about
Right.
the time and the feeling. And also, I was just sick of hearing all these ads. So.
Such a
Me
great
thinking
song,
everyone else
though.
would be too.
It's a great song.
It is a wonderful song.
It,
All right, we should play that song on Dave.
we will play it.
Yeah.
We'll totally play it. Little Ronnie Spector in the background. Are you big?
Right, yeah.
You big Eddie Bunny fan?
Yes, and
He's gonna pretend he is. He's like, I really am.
the movie's really based on the song. When he says,
Makes sense.
I don't want to take you home till you see the light, that is basically the entire third act of the film.
Well, both of you very revealing in the movie. For everybody watching, there is nudity in the
You want
movie.
to see
Not
what's
me,
under
not
this?
my booty.
Forget her. She doesn't see it. I take it all off. I usually never do bottomless unless
You see his
the
little
scene
doodle.
really calls for it. But I did. I was happy to do it, even in scenes where it wasn't after the love scene.
He would just drop his pants randomly.
Even if the shot only, if the
It's
shot
like,
just
you
came
want
up.
this,
Yeah.
you know you want this.
But because I'm a professional.
Well, there are a lot of people that want this. Both of you.
I think more and more, but thank you.
Are we okay? So, anybody watching, do we have any questions
We
coming
do.
through? Or people just stalking through? You want to throw out a question?
What did you buy that hat just for the trip?
Oh,
Yep. I don't. About the question was, did I buy the hat just for the trip to suck up to you guys? And the answer is yes. I'm actually not into sports in any way. I was born without the sports gene. I was awfully playing them.
He has a hat for every city he has to.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, I just go in the airport because I'm allegiant to no team. So I just kind of go, buy the hat in the airport. But I am a big fan of the A's.
That's pretty good. So you're going to Miami next. This is a big whirlwind tour for you guys.
Yeah. It's been worse for him. I think you've been doing this for a few weeks now, yeah?
That's right. I did a little bit of photo with Blake Berry in the film.
Mm-hmm.
You should say it's amazing.
Amazing.
It's a real breakout role for him.
A real breakout role, and I mean, for those people who really love cocaine, I mean,
there's a lot of it in our
Whoever's
movie.
watching Dave FM at 9 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is, you probably are on cocaine. This is the film for you.
Is there something else we want to ask?
Ask him about Michael Soderbergh.
Michael Soderbergh.
Do you mean Steven Soderbergh and Michael Douglas? Probably.
But I would think so, because so many
Yes.
people say they loved you in Traffic.
Yeah, right. The first film I did was
Very
Traffic.
good.
Thank you. And
Okay.
it was Steven's, probably the greatest director alive today. And for that to be the first director I worked with, amazing experience. And Michael Douglas was the first kind of movie star I worked with. And I've loved doing movies with people like Michael Douglas. I did it with Dennis Quaid. But the really great thing about this movie was getting to work with my peer group. I wanted to work with Anna Faris for a long time. She's an amazing comedian. And Dan, I saw on Broadway, he won the Tony. And he is just a breakout role in this. And Teresa was amazing. And you want to work with these people. I think everyone, there are at least 5 $20 million movie stars in our movie just, 5 years from now. So it was great to be able to work with them all together.
It is sweet. Very complimentary of you. But you are so great in the movie. But one thing I kept seeing, and I kept saying to myself watching the movie was, and people around here have said it, you look like Kristen Stewart.
Oh, you do not understand how many people tell me that. I got recognized for her the other day at the airport. I was sitting next to this guy, and the whole flight, he was like staring at me the whole time. And I was like, God, maybe he's seen I know before. And then he was like, I loved you in Twilight. I was so embarrassed. I was like, yeah, not me. But thank you. I take that as a compliment.
It must be because you're both so bubbly.
Do we have another question? We got to wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap. One more question.
One more question. We got to wrap it up.
Is comedy harder to do than a drama?
Comedy harder to do than a drama.
Renadia.
I think, there's something. I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just adding the Twitter
The
account.
Renadio.
Oh, okay.
Her name's Renadio.
Okay, Renadio, thank you for your question. I think comedy is really hard. I mean, it's a lot of fun to be joking around here like we are now, but to get the timing right so that an audience that sees the movie 9 months after you shot it is laughing, I think it's really hard. I've always been really, really glad that I started on a sitcom, because even though there are elements of it being filmed, there's also a live audience of like 300 people, so you get to kind of test out what works with a big audience, so I've been very thankful for that.
Well, there's so many funny moments, like a laugh out loud moments.
I'm so glad you liked it, thank you. That's so great.
We loved it. It was a real throwback for me, because I've been to parties like that, and I felt like, if you grew up in the 80s, it was very much a slice of your life. So, Topher and Taz, so nice to see you here today.
Thank you
hi
so
to our
much.
viewers.
Hello. Follow me on Twitter. _Palmer.
Please do it. And Topher, you're not on Twitter.
No, it's a fake one.
Don't follow me on Twitter.
That is fake. It's not him.
Great. We can keep the webcast going, because if I can have you do one more thing, we're doing a Children's Miracle Network. Would you mind saying something for that?
Sure, what more do you want us to say?
A sheet of paper somewhere.
Oh, do you want to? It's written down already.
Yes. And maybe we can get some photos and then do that. If you want photos, is that okay? You have a couple minutes?
Sure.
Thanks, you guys.
No worries. Oh, bye.
It's still on.
It's still on. Switch to radio. Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
This feeling I'm in motion, a certain brings me near to the child I lost, replaced by fear. I used to think that the day would never come, that my life would depend on the morning sun. When I was a very small boy, very small boys talk to me. Now that we've grown up together, they're afraid of what they see. That's the price that we all pay. Our value destiny comes to nothing. I can't tell you where we're going. I guess there's just no way of knowing. I used to think that the day would never come. I'd see the light in the shade of the morning sun. My morning sun is a drug that brings me near to the child I lost, replaced by fear. I used to think that the day would never come, that my life would depend on the morning sun. I feel so extraordinary. Something's got a hold on me. I get this feeling I'm in motion, a certain sense of liberty. The chances are we've gone too far. You took my time and you took my money. Now I feel you've left me standing in a world that's so demanding. I used to think that the day would never come. I see the light in the shade of the morning sun. My morning sun is a drug that brings me near to the child I lost, replaced by fear. I used to think that the day would never come, that my life would depend on the morning sun.
Counting Crows, David Bowie, Peter Gabriel, Train, The Cure, Elvis Costello, Van Morrison, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Dave FM.
How long will I slide or separate my side? I don't believe it's been slitting my throat. It's so